Hi everyone. We continue today with Moses' encounter with God at the burning bush. Moses said to God, "If I come to the Israelites and say to them, 'The God of your ancestors sent me to you,' and they ask me, 'What's this God's name?' what should I say to them?" God said to Moses, "I am who I am. So say to the Israelites, 'I am has sent me to you.'" God continued, "Say to the Israelites, 'Yahweh, the God of your ancestors, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has sent me to you. This is my name forever. This is what I am called for all ages. Go and assemble Israel's elders together and say to them, Yahweh, the God of your ancestors, the God of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Jacob, has appeared to me and said, I have seen you and what has been done to you in Egypt. I have determined to take you away from the misery of Egypt, to the land of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, a land full of milk and honey. They will listen to you. Then you and Israel's elders will go to the king of Egypt and say to him, Yahweh, the God of the Hebrews, has met with us. So now let us go on a 3-day journey into the wilderness so that we can offer sacrifices to Yahweh our God." So here's where we learn about the divine name, which in most English translations will say the Lord in all capital letters, and most likely was translated in Hebrew as Yahweh, or is how it's pronounced. And I could give you the long tradition of why we don't just write that out if you're interested in the comments. But the important thing to see here is that name somehow is related to the verb for to be, right? Being itself. And that's kind of what is implied by the name that God gives. That, as Paul says in Acts, God is the one in whom we live and move and have our being. And so it's kind of a weird name, right? And there's almost a question here of, is God even giving a name that Moses wanted? It's kind of purposely vague, I would say. And there's a reason for that. And the reason, I think, is that so that God can't be pinned down, even by a word like a name, or even by the word God. Naming something or labeling something kind of gives us some power over it, control, because we think we know what it is. And so it makes sense that God would actually be a little bit unclear about that. The truth is, you don't know God completely. I don't either, no matter how much I read or study or try and learn. God is a mystery, not in the sense that we can, work out the clues, but that God is someone we can always come to know more. That's what a mystery really is, biblically speaking. The truth is, God is experienced more than God is just known or known about. And God is experienced through God's faithful, self-sacrificial love. And that's what God is trying to explain to Moses here, that God, whoever God is, whatever God is like, God is a God who saves, that God has seen what the people are going through, and so God is going to work for liberation for the sake of transformation, right? God is going to free them from slavery so they can come and worship and come to know this God in some way. And that's what we need to. We need to be free from whatever is holding us back so that we can truly know and experience the love of God. So whatever is holding us back, whatever is keeping us from seeing who God is, I pray that we move past that and know the love of God today.